is just another chill Ace Attorney stream. It's been a bit of a crazy week for me, so I'm glad to just kind of sit back, relax, and play more of this. And nothing says relaxing like a good murder mystery, am I right? So yeah, we're just continuing with this. We're on episode 4, I believe. And we were just continuing to like investigate different areas when we left off and interviewed the suspect that we were supposed to be defending. So yeah, let's see what happens. Although I guess technically this isn't a murder mystery, but like an attempted murder mystery at this point, because there was like a woman that was stabbed but is dead. So more to come on that. Will this person survive or not? Find out on this episode. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know how long it's gonna take before we get a resolution to that. If we get a resolution. Because sometimes this game just doesn't want to give you satisfying resolutions. Last case. By last case, I mean previous, not like the very last one. Because we're only partway through this. So yeah, I'll stop rambling and actually do things like play the game. Okay, so pretty sure we already examined everything on this particular floor. So let me move to new location, which is Mr. Natsume's room, who is the person that is suspected of stabbing the victim. There's a cat! Oh my god, there's a cat! There's a cat! There's a cat! There's a cat! I love cats! Sleep! Hi, baby. Don't wake the cat. Don't wake the cat. If you're watching, shh, shh. Don't wake up the cat. It's very important to not wake the cat. Okay. You gotta be quiet for the cat. This is an ASMR stream now because we have to make sure cat is happy and getting the rest it needs. Okay. Oh gosh, my webcam is like going out of focus. I hope it fixes itself. Let's see. I'm not sure if that's better. Just trying to get it back. Let's see if this will help it focus. Okay, that's better. Good. I don't want to be blurry. Cool. There we go. Okay! We're in cat... There's, like, books here and cats here. Oh, yeah, because that's right, because it's, like, a writer. So, no wonder it's such a great place. What? Just look at this place. And smell it. It's so musty in here. Eesh, I guess Mr. Natsume hasn't dusted in a while. I suppose it's like the mountains opposed to... I suppose it's the mountains of old books that are responsible for that. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. No, me neither. I mean, have you not been to a library? It's so dark in here, too. Oh yeah, the bricked up window that we saw outside. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think, yes. Once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives. Isn't that like a common thing, like in a nightmare? It's like you're in a house and you try to open a door and it's like bricked over or something. You can't escape. He has a little, what do they call it? Like a Maneki Neko? The little good fortune cats that like beckon you. Those are so cute. By the way, and I see them at like restaurants a lot in the United States. I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? No, that's true, but according to what Mr. Garadib told us, The great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Oh yeah, Sholmes. Is he gonna just like pop out from underneath a pile of books or something? That would be very like him. Or he's just gonna be awkwardly in some spot. You know what I gotta examine first? Cat. Oh, you woke up and look at you. It was a good stretch. Wait, no, don't leave. Come back. No. I wanted to be your friend. Oh my, what an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master is away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor... Mike? Wasn't it? Do they even have this sort of cat hair in Great Britain? Do they mean a calico? Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan. That's made me feel homesick now. Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. I'm sad. The cat is gone now. I should have like waited to actually look at it last so I could still like have it there. Its presence would be very welcome. Oh wait. I'm mixing up my A's and my B's as usual. On my controller. Look at all those books stacked up there. They almost reach the ceiling. They're all works of English literature. They all smell so musty. With this volumes of books to hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you? No, what a dreamy idea. A bad dream, maybe, for me at least. Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile now will ever be read again. I mean, it might have an avalanche if you try to grab it. So reading is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime, just as the tea ceremony teaches us. I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy. Neither did I. What about this weird window? Could you even call this a window? I think so. It was a window at one time, after all. Although all that remains is a frame around some bricks now. So, really, it's just a wall then, isn't it? But why would anyone deliberately brick it up like that? I'm afraid I have no idea. I'd just, like, buy some curtains or something. Unless, like, the window broke, in that case you'd want it fixed. Ha! Perhaps Mr. Natsume painted the brick design on it in a fit of whimsy. I don't think it's bait. That's alarmingly feasible. Anyway, whatever the reason, the lack of ventilation in here makes the place very oppressive. It does. I imagine being cooped up in a room like this would be extremely trying. Yeah, I definitely am a person who likes having windows. If I'm in a room with no windows, I'll start to feel, like, a little antsy. Even though I love being indoors, I need, like, the windows and, like, the nice view outside and the natural lighting. You can see, like, little birds and stuff. It's so happy. The desk seems to be wedged into a crevice between the mountains of books on either side. I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every night as well. Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books. Oh yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it. Look! The date of the purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in a terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. Okay, yeah, that's important. Excuse me. Crumpled paper. Look at all these balls of paper on the floor. There are notes scrawled all over them. In English? It looks like the waste paper basket is so full, they've just fallen out. I think Mr. Natsume must have been deeply immersed in his research, don't you? Or deeply immersed in tidying up his mess. I wouldn't like to speculate which is closer to the truth. Cat. Oh, look, it's a beckoning cat from home. It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsume didn't bring that Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him. I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage? Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. I wanted a lucky charm. Well, I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same, and this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him. I'm not doing a very good job so far, is it? You mustn't say such things. I didn't say a word. Why am I such a giveaway? Okay, I guess we'll want to go to the side here. Look who it is! It's no surprise. Look, Mr. Naruhodo! Aha! There he is! Where did he appear from? It's a wonder that those books haven't collapsed underneath them. He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope you won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Shams. You too. Good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Borea. Yes, of course. The Borea. Let me see. What happened on that voyage? It was like a couple of days ago, my dude. It was Kazuma Asogi. He died, well, he died a couple of days ago. They said it was much longer, but it wasn't long ago they came ashore. It was Kazuma Asogi. He died tragically. But you were a great help to us. Ah, yes, but of course. The case of Mr. Asogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Oh, well, you seem to remember something of it at least? What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Sholmes. I mean, settle for vaguely, nothing else. This is Mr. Oh, no, my dear madam. Hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. I like calling it a brain attic. Miss Naruhodo. And oh, no, you got it backwards. So close, it's so far. Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, ha, ha, ha. I lose the first round. In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. Some Scotland Yard has ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. I always have like a yawning problem every time I stream. I don't know why. It's just like catching up to me that I'm tired. It is an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes. So they apprehended Soseki-san in that short amount of time? I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of the past involvements a little. It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest I should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom, you know. of an adventure entitled A Study in the Scarlet. Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I did always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully. So he has to, like, read back on these, like, paraphrase stories that his assistant writes. That's, like, his only way of remembering what happened. Gee. He means Iris, I suppose? Gosh. Why do I yawn so much? Mr. Sholmes. I have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased, and this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case. Well, let us converse then. Just like the shoes. Converse. One of my favorite types of shoes. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Schultz. For the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road. Natsume. Yes, I believe it is a name rather along those lines. But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? I am sorry, Mr. Sato, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What? I can't believe he was looking Mr. Sato squarely in the eye. Oh my gosh, how do I stop yawning? It's kind of like having the hiccups where it just like won't stop. I assure you, I'm not merely feigning ignorance. It appears that the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh? How? I assure you, I have no recollection of accusing your astute compatriot of the crime. But, how does that make sense? The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request to me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man fleeing the crime scene. A man seen fleeing? There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then? That I could not tell you. Which was aggravating my faculties since I returned here. However, this place is a trove of fascinating books that I found myself quite lost in bibliography. Bibliophily. Do not be deceived in believing that I am a man of leisure. No. Oh dear. Tell me. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Garadeb, a retired military man. It was the first time I ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is the services. And it was the first time I've ever met a maid from the greatest British institution that is the service. Oh, I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer. And so, conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein. Betoken their social standing? Sorry? But simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class, those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employed are staffed to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary. As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. It is for precisely that reason that I find a great stimulation in the situation upstairs. What do you mean by stimulation? Specifically in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garrett. Oh? Affable as he is, if I was hiding something. Do tell. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. I'm thoroughly lost to what he means to say. Boy, that is a mood. Okay, well, tell us about this room. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Oh boy. Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one. But sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here. How about this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes? Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window. Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. Oh, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window Are you taxed based on how many windows you have? Is that an actual thing? Someone from London let me know if that is or has been a thing at some point, because I have never heard of that before. Window tax? What is that? Surely, not a tax on windows. Precisely that. Oh my goodness. Not relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. What does that have to do with anything? Was like glass really expensive back then or something? Those of lesser means have inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly close windows up. Other rich open windows here, there, and everywhere. In an effort to curb favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. Indeed, disease is rife as a result. Some 40 years ago or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. Oh. It's not a thing anymore, apparently. But his legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings, such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps? It would appear so, after a little digging. And it's given that these lodgings will offer at an extraordinary low price. I mean, the life of a writer is not always a profitable one. Feels the room is so awful, I should think. It's not the greatest. Apparently Mr. Natsume only moved here about 1 week ago. Yeah, that's my mom. Yes, that's correct, however. I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh? That was a sir. So that is of little relevance here, a matter not worthy of further attention. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Well, I believe I've told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? you remembered that, did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? Funny you mention that. So the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure? On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well, then I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized. And so promptly, too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients' trust in their innocence? Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? Haha. My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Ah, yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. How could I possibly ignore them? No, I just want to read now, huh? Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivocally. Yeah, there's no B in there. Unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And one more thing. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sholmes? I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is relevant to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Garrett is? Mr. Sholmes did as much before, actually, didn't he? Yeah, they should do a cross-examination on him for the trial. Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays in my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help us establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we went a little deeper into Mr. Garrett's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be irrelevant or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes. Yes, so true. To be or not to be. That is the question. That is indeed the question, Mr. Naruhodo. To be or not to be brushed off, that is the question. And the answer is all too clear. Let us leave Mr. Sholmes in peace, shall we? Yeah, I think we've seen everything there is to see. So sad the cat is hiding now, though. Will it come back? Will the cat come back? That's actually something I saw for the first time recently. Apparently, it's like this really old Canadian cartoon called the Cat That Came Back, or something like that. It's like a cute little song. It's like the cat came back. I don't know. It's cute. It's just literally about a cat that keeps coming back, and like this older gentleman cannot get rid of him. So yeah, maybe some of you out there know what the heck I'm talking about. I only found out about it, well, or only recently saw it. So yeah, I would like for this cat to come back. For now, I guess we should go somewhere else. As far as where... What if we went back here? Is there more we can ask you? Apparently so. It seems that we can't be with Mr. Knotsway at the moment. Oh. He's being briefed about his appearance in court tomorrow, apparently. I see. Yes, the trial is only a day away. We don't have much evidence. Alright then, let's come back later. Yes. I really hope he's not answering any more questions with an appropriate text, but the answer's like, yes I do. Okay. Guess I'll just recheck every area. Anything new here? Ah, you paragon. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forgot his name, still hard at work down there? Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Oh yes, rings a vague bell. Oh, the detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there. Jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan. No, then why don't you... I was waiting for it. I knew you were gonna burn him again. For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're bally well doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave if you'd be so kind. Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance. Sure, don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you can see yourselves out. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garrett is hiding something. And since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. Didn't we already, like, investigate everything in here? I think. Oh! We haven't investigated you, Mr. Sholmes. You just pops up out of nowhere, like usual. What's he doing over there? Mr. Sholmes! Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows. Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Herlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. What were you doing over there by the window? I am given to watching the evening skies as sunsets, madam. Yet sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, keeping an eye to one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. And one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detectives. Great mind. Oh, wait, he's not talking about... Is he... I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? There's a mighty secret in this modest room. I see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo? I think so. There's just time enough for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. Oh, these segments are fun. Mr. Garrideb. Though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first rate. I'm afraid, sir, that it is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I've been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon? The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care. What kind of beast? You talking about the cat downstairs? Eh? And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, look! The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Sholmes' conclusions are both spot on. How could you possibly? How could I possibly know, you mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. We're in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning. I am the king of beasts. Ah! And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular! Certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast is one of the rampage laid within these four walls. Yeah, what broke everything? And like made everything like over. Thus we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? I mean, it could be a cat. Ah, for a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Aye. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrett, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast, that is what— I don't think it's an actual lion. Can't present yet, though. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. And I could have filled your admiration in the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you're a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? I think he had a slap on his face. Your living with Mr. Wellbeast proved more difficult than you would imagine. It'd be funny if it turned out to be a cat, because that was like part of like the last series of deductions we did. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you not consider me as chivalrous, but displaying to me with one glance in your direction. It is? Your dress pocket gives us the handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For maturity and trumpet is a handbill advertising a circus show. Ah! Yes, you shall dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garradam. At Batty's Circus, a traveling show currently sojourning in the nearby park. I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast right amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. A rampaging Asiatic lion. I think you're wrong. Now, Mr. Garradam, it is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed. In that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavily on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed with a supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man. I simply... But we must now ask ourselves the true cause of this pain. Maybe your maid constantly burning you with boiling tea. And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is the pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. I mean, bills do hurt, man. That is a special form of pain. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. Ah! I caught loads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go. So I think the carnage was caused by that, like, cannon misfiring, is my guess. Yes, well, No, in a final fit of rage, the first beast carried out one less unimaginable attack. Unimaginable. The aftermath, which can clearly be seen by observing the carpet line over there. Very expensive woolen carpet, if I am not mistaken. Oh, dearie me! What should have caused such a destructive outburst? Ah! This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eyes settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only to look at the Tower of Cakes. Ah! What does that have to do with anything? There's no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast's insatiable appetite. I don't think a lion will be eating cakes. Was it once surveyed to such a nobleman? If you have no present to eat cake. Freezes the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell it out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There's only one logical conclusion. Rushed into a frenzy by hunger. The lion attacked and ate the carpet. I know. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of the lion I once saw in India. I don't think that's it, Chief. Thus concludes Knightxel's great deduction of this beastly puzzle. Yep. Mouth agape. No, not again. I don't want to see it. Nope, yep. It's happening again. What is the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Garrett. I'm afraid I didn't notice. Do you have vision problems, ma'am? My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Putting it lightly. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times, too. Oh! Mr. Sean, sorry to butt in again, but can I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it again? Well, your deduction just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room that size? Indeed, it is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense. But wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realm of common sense as well? But if an encaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garrett and his maid would have been hurt, worse. Oh, that's where you are stuck.
No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon. I thought you said that they sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. I don't think I have ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. Ah, my dear Mr. Sutter, it occurs to me with some regularity. Regularity? This tea. That you are supposed to embrace and breeding whenever anyone lands on Great British soil. They are infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. Well, I guess if I really want a taste for tea... I mean, I do like tea. I'm just not like fanatical about it like I am with coffee. But maybe if I really wanted to like it, I just need to go to Great Britain. Or the UK, whatever you call it nowadays. Oh, what a glorious notion. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. A slight massage, that's all Mr. Sheldon's deductions need. You can do it. Excellent, I've been waiting for my trusty partner and deductions to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo. We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least that's what I want to believe. Let us start again from the beginning. I've Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning. Spectacular! Oh boy. Now it gets real. Wait for the thing to pop up. I remember I did it a few points when I went through this. How do I make the correction? Okay, it just automatically does it. There we go. I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Garrett's reaction, it rather seems as though some beasts had indeed run amok here in this room. Yes, something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So, what was then? We must follow Mr. Garrett's gaze. That will lead us to the true answer. Okay. What? Ooh. What is this? Are you holding baby? What's this photograph? It appears to be from, from a wedding, never mind. From Mr. Garrett's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he? He does, but you can't make out his bride. Eesh. Did something go badly there? Her face is smashed in the picture. No, unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably best not to delve too deeply there. Yeah, I don't know if it's her Hollywood bride. The glass is broken, so you can't see the bride's face at all. But no amount of cracks could hide the woman's... Oh, gee. Hurry no, Sky. I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Naruhodo. Yeah, she certainly looks that. There's a lot of horsepower there. Not sure if you want to thought someone you'd want to upset, that's for sure. Oh, look, have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it? Yeah, like abnormally large. It's like a giant flower. Yes, it's an unusual design. It looks like some sort of embellished sunflower. This must have been Mr. Garrett was still in the army. He seems to be carrying his rather self-bright effortlessly and beaming a smile at the same time. I suppose he was very strong in his younger years. Hard to imagine now he's as thin as a rake. Leads me to wonder, are you actually his former bride, or is there something else going on here?
Take that!
Wait. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed. I don't know if that's what we wanted to get at. Precisely, Mr. Otto. No other explanation. What are we implying here? That the bride did it? That whatever smashless did it? Yes, this framed print of your pictures your wife, Mr. Garridum. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. What does that have to do with anything? Oh, indeed, surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honor might be stretching a point. Where are you going with this, buddy? Too late, the fact remains that the beast which so clearly savaged this room was your wife? Mr. Garrett? Huh? God. Was it? Oh, he has like a slap on his face. Was that from his wife? Did he slap? Did she slap him? It's like a handprint. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well, yet as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? But me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is? Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. Oh dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes was quite right. There's no sign of a Mrs. Garridum anywhere. But it seems there may be a clue as to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder what Mr. Garridum's wife could be. Yeah, what do we like? Oh, what are these angles, man? Can I like check out what's in your pocket? Here we go. Wait. It's hard to move this thing. I'm just trying to get at the thing in your pocket, ma'am. Excuse me. There we go. Controlling the camera on that is very weird.
Take that!
Oh, I think that was wrong. The circus flyer poking out from your pocket is compelling evidence that you have a connection to the beast we seek. Evidence that cannot be ignored, even if I want to. Are you quite concentrating? You've identified exactly what I did originally. Oh, yes, so I have. Sorry. Is it a circus flyer? Because they haven't, like, taken it out to show what it is. So why are we still assuming it's a circus flyer? That's the part that I don't get. And this is sit then. Alright, I think again. Okay, so there's something else we should be looking at then, apparently. We've already established who was the cause of the damage in this room. Yes, Mr. Garridum's wife. It's just a question to find out where she is now. For some reason, I feel as though she's very nearby. Oh, can we, like, check out that, what I thought looked like a slap mark on his face? Is that something I can view right now? You bet! Oh! caught red-handed. Wait, it's not letting me target it. It looks very relevant. Why can't I target it? Like, look, that is clearly a handprint. Maid. I would just say maid when I target her. Teapot. Does the teapot hold a clue? Is there something on this side of the room that I'm not seeing? Oh yeah, 'cause that's a view we haven't looked at yet. There's something I'm missing. About the ceiling. I like don't really have an idea. The only thing is it's letting me target is maid and teapot. So I guess I'll check those out and see what happens.
Take that!
That was wrong too. Here's a girl who I read about a pot like this in a book. It was an old Arabian tale. Inside the pot was a genie who once unleashed will of the power to destroy the whole world. Oh, that's not Aladdin. Unless that was like a wish you could make. What spectacularly contrived logic led you to this mindless conclusion? Oh, well, I'm supposed to be a logic and reasoning spectacular, so I thought I contributed to the show. This is my show, Mr. Naruto. Can't you perform any peculiar experiments on your own stage? Sorry. I mean, if anything they don't like was funny, so, worth it. Wait. What if the maid is actually his wife?
Take that!
No. What else do I target? I'm not even sure if I should voice this. It's impossible to believe it could be true, yet for some reason the thought came to my mind. That this survey maid is in fact a mighty goddess of destruction. What the heck? What spectacularly contrived logic led you to this mindless conclusion? Oh, well, yeah, that's wrong. I didn't see anything else to target, though. This game is leading me astray. I was, like, trying to be thorough and check every option I had. What am I missing? What is there? What's it doing? What's, oh wait, ring? Wedding ring! Now that's a proof that we need. Oh yeah, because it matches the ring in the photo. Why did it take me so long to find that?
Take that!
Shattered. This case is closed. Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. Ah! Is the maid just like really clumsy because she keeps pouring hot tea on him? So that could explain why everything's broken. Like, it's not that she was in a rage, it's just that she's like clumsy and just runs into things. And you just tell us that flowery band gleaming on your finger gets what you weigh. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garrett's bride in the photographic print. In other words, you are no ordinary housemaid. Oh, that's even further proof that they're not like a wealthy household, because that was the thing they were describing earlier, I think. No. You are Mr. Garrett's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrett herself. Oh my! What? Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. Your hair and your beard and your face from the side profile kind of looks like a crescent moon shape. As you really surmise, this is my wife, yes, my Joan. Rather than let yourself go, you might say, but she was fully— Ah! Okay, you deserve that, buddy. It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, and yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? Could also explain what the whole window tax thing, and they had to, like, brick up a window. It's not right, I tell you. I'm a second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns as appearance are a folly. You mean Mr. Garretup has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garretup? Only in company, obviously. But listen here. This must remain a secret. Tip-top secret! Please! Okay. Well, that's one part solved. Now for this. What happened to the carpet? Now, Mr. Garretup. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. It's your wife, yeah. Indeed, in that blight pose, the distress this loss has caused you is relatively tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garretup's wife beast. Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't like that. That's not cool. But Mr. Garretup is standing, but Mrs. Garretup is sitting beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm seems to be propping up his head. Has some other significance then? It's propping up his head because she slapped him. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garretup's pain is tangible, though. What could that pose if it's really signified? Oh, that you got slapped. Yeah, you got slapped, buddy.
Take that!
I've been saying it this whole time. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek. And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade. Was you, Madam Joan Garretup? She looks so innocent. Aw, oh, man. Oh, it makes me wonder what she's actually like. Well, yes. You have been desperate to hide the slap mark on your cheeks, huh? Ugh. How the blazes! How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of untrained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view. Well, now let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garretup to fly into a rage. Yeah, that is the question. And you need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. I still find that hilarious. Didn't Mr. Sholmes say that the bills were all for lion fodder? Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed, which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Garrett's what? Mr. Naruhodo! She's a person, not a thing! Yeah, that's very rude to imply, sir. Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? Oh gosh, we got a domestic abuse case. I'd love to know the answer to that question. Bookmark. What is... Oh, broken plates. Ooh, wait, this bookmark got a little kissy mark on it. That's suspicious.
Take that!
Nope. Try. What causes the most pain to any man? The answer, of course, is dropping your bookmark and losing your place. Am I gonna, like, lose? I can't, like... Oh, I can save. Gosh. I need to save after this, because otherwise I'm gonna, like, only have one thing left. Or it's dropping someone else's bookmark and getting a slap for it. That deduction was wanting in every way. Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. I'm quite proud of it. Well, I find myself wanted to never have heard it. I'm quite pained by it, in fact. Oh, sorry, I'll try again. Oh gee, it's not looking good. Okay, well now that I know that I can save, I'm saving. Because I don't want to start anything over and redo stuff, because that would be fun. Yeah? The stronger people's feelings are, the more strongly we react to betrayals. You know a lot, but the weight's the heart, Mr. Naruhodo. I read it in a popular novel that I borrowed from Cosima. So we're looking for a reason why Mr. Garrett would feel betrayed by her husband. Mrs. Garrett, like you say, Mrs. instead of Mr. Wait, now it's not letting me save. Are you kidding me? No! Oh man, I should have saved in the middle of that conversation. Can I save now? No. Oh, it wouldn't let me save. I feel like it's not gonna be the bills, because that was like what we were trying to imply originally, and that. So I don't think it's gonna be that. I only ever guess that if I fail out to like reduce. Wait, what is this? Stack of books. What would that have to do with it though? What do you mean feel betrayed? Is there something that she discovered in the books? I don't think it would be the broken plates. The broken plate seems like something she would do after discovering something. It's like between the broken plate or this. I'll take a chance here.
Take that!
No! It's wrong! Oh no. It's like the most recent I can load from. That's from a while ago. I mean, I can probably skip through the text pretty fast. Also, I haven't seen what happens if you get a game over, so let me check that out. Oh my gosh. What? 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 Why are you talking about learning Russian now, Rinosuke? Yeah, you know, you should fail for this. Okay, so would we get a game over now? Like, what happens? Or do we just, like, restart the segment? Oh, good. Okay. Course correction is, like, the more recent one, I think. Okay, so this is like where we correctly said. Okay. So let me just quickly go through this part again. Yada yada yada. We already know what happens. There's a beast, oh my, and who on earth could have done this kind of destruction? Blah 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 blah. Oh, there was the lion. Roar. Roar means I love you and dinosaur. What is true answer? True answer is... Whoa, you have wife.
Take that!
Wait, what? No? I thought... How did I, like, already forget what to do? I thought that was what it was, though. I'm confused. What else would it be? Is that not what it originally was? I remember it being that was what we presented originally. So now you just got me confused. Because that was like our whole thing with us investigating that closer.
Take that!
I don't know, man. This is not going the way I remember it going originally.
Take that!
Like, what's going on? It's a glitch? I don't understand why it's not that anymore. Like, that was it before, I'm like almost positive.
Take that!
What else could it be? Those are the only items that are lit up. I'm so confused. What else could I possibly select? Like, hello? Something weird happened with this game? I'm like scanning everything. I already tried the picture frame twice, and that was wrong. So, what else is it?
Take that!
Huh? Is this gonna happen again? Like, what? It's not this though. That's what made me fail for selecting it. What else do I select? I'm gonna have to look this up because like this is getting weird. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I need to examine it first before I present it? I don't have option to examine. Or I do. Okay, that's what I'm missing. I have to examine it first. Okay. That makes more sense. Felt like I was losing my mind there for a second. I'm like, why is it working?
Take that!
There we go. forgot that you can examine things without having to present them. Speedrun for the rest of this to get to the point where we messed up at.
Take that!
Shatter it. So satisfying. So maybe in that last part where like I wasn't able to figure it out, maybe I had to examine something first. Is my guess. Hey, Super Saturn! Welcome! I'm just speeding through some text at the moment because I had to restart a part with Sholmes. Because I presented too many incorrect things. But right now we're just essentially trying to find out why this man's wife got angry at him and destroyed most of this room and slapped him. So that's what we're hoping to get to the bottom of. Hope you're having a good night, by the way. Busted, yeah, no, he is so busted, man. I mean, just look at that slap on that face. That is harsh.
Take that!
It's so funny to believe that she was the one who did it, though. I mean, look at that face. It looks so innocent. Oh, I guess you can't look at it right now, can you? Because I just realized my webcam is, like, covering it. He's... I wouldn't say pretending. He's just kind of, like, teaming up with him to where they're both using logic and reasoning to try to solve something. And initially, the way it usually goes is Sholmes will give his, conclusions, which are usually, like, missing the mark pretty badly, and then after that, Ryunosuke will, like, counter them with what it actually is and kind of, like, figure it out. Because, like, his first conclusion was that, oh, he's actually keeping a lion in the room, and the lion got mad and destroyed everything, but no, there's no lion. It was his wife. So, yeah. Who, at first we didn't even know this lady was his wife. We thought it was just his maid, but apparently he has her, like, pose as his maid because apparently it's, like, a sign of wealth in London in this time to have a maid. So, like, to avoid that shame of being maidless, he has his wife act as the maid. I don't know. It's very weird. Almost to the part where I left off on, where I failed. Okay, this area. Yes, it is this pile of bills that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Oh boy, Ace Attorney getting too real. Didn't Mr. Sholmes say that the bills were all for lion fodder?
Yes, but we've established that the lion never existed. Can I save it? Yeah, let me save, because, like, I don't want to have to go through all that text again. Which can only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is where Naruto's just being rude. Mr. Naruto, she's a person, not a thing. Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder? I'd love to know the answer to that question. Okay. What is the reason for this necessity? Okay, so I think what I did wrong, because, like, I was just trying to present everything at first, and that just kept failing, and then after, like, redoing stuff, I realized, oh, you can also examine stuff before you present it, so maybe I need to examine something first to get more, like, information. Because this is the first thing that looks suspicious to me. There's a little bookmark with, like, a kissy mark on it. Like, what is this? A love letter from someone? Okay, let me see. Okay, I couldn't examine it first. Okay, this is what I missed. Ah, someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Garrideb is clearly an avid reader. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark. Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note, written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. And next to the signature here, lip marks made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture. No wonder wife was mad, because, oh boy. Don't get any ideas, Susato-san. The lion has lipstick. Yeah, maybe it's just a lipstick-wearing lion. There's been stranger things that have happened, so, you know, could be. Oh dear, I'm sorry. So this bookmark is actually a love note then. Okay, now... Okay, love note, so that changed what it said. So let me present the love note.
Take that!
Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer. So it wasn't the bills causing the suffering and pain, it was the love note. Okay, cool. I think the bills are probably gonna hurt too, though. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Oh, she mad! Look at that face with that clenched fist. Oh boy. Oh boy. Perhaps it's under the note, a certain Miss Mary is the fly in the ointment here. Ooh! That could explain why she kept, like, pouring hot tea on him earlier. Like, now it makes perfect sense. I don't blame you now. But I don't know the bawling woman. You don't know her? That note was written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say? That's right. That's what I would say. Ah! A likely story. Now listen here, Joan, old thing. I've explained at the time. I bought the book at that second-hand place, and that note must have already been in there. So the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? That's right, that's what I would say! Ah! A lovely story. For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's Richard James! My name, in case you've forgotten, is John Gosh, you'd think his legs would just be melted away by now. Yeah, you know, that is a very good observation, Super Saturn. Game loves that people pretend to be something and then it's like, oh, actually, that's not their job at all. Yeah, the waiter was a cop, and then later he was like, I don't know, a crewman on a ship. Just
just a lot of mistaken identities.
Are you questioning my name now? Oh. And there we have it. Arouse the suspicions of the female heart and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite. Ugh. Now, in a final bit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last, unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can clearly be seen by observing the carpet over there. How would the carpet have looked like that? Oh, was it burned? Yeah, it looks like a scorch mark on the floor. Oh, I think I see a candle now that I'm looking closer. Yeah, okay. Are you like trying to set fire to the house? A very expensive woolen carpet, if I am not mistaken. Oh, dear me. What could have caused such a destructive outburst? Ah. This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, explain the device to the carpet. We only need to look at the Tower of... No. Not the Tower of Cakes, the candlestick that's like clearly right next to it. But surely Mrs. Scaradeb didn't eat the carpet. My strange addiction, I eat carpets. No, of course not. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt. You're right. But the disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper. No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Sholm's deduction that we need to fix. Or maybe like she wasn't trying to intentionally set things on fire, but just in her fit of rage, like, knocked that over or something. I don't know. We need only to follow Mr. Garrett's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer. Alright, let's see what we can see. Yes! Well, I like to think the candlestick has something to do with... Oh boy, knives. At least she didn't grab a knife. This could have been a lot worse. Let's take a look at you. This looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it? The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable. It looks to me like even the slightest knock would make it topple over. Oh dear, that would be dangerous. Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing. Yes, I didn't notice that before. Why is it, I wonder? Why is one candle of the three missing from its holder? That is a good question. Well, maybe because there's a candle down there. Well, it's not letting me, like, select the candle, but... The carpet here has been ripped to shreds. Yes, but according to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, the tears match those made by an Indian lion's teeth exactly. I guess, did you spend some time studying Indian lion teeth marks or something? That's a very specific thing to know. Oh, look here. What is it? If you look closely at the edge, you can see scorch marks. Oh, yes, so you can. In that case, perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in the normal sense at all. Okay, let's rethink this with that in mind. Yeah, Tower of Cakes. I'm at least curious what they're gonna say about this other stuff. Ah, so many cakes! Huh, is that all you can think about? Well, look at them, Mr. Hara. There's a mountain of them, and they all look so delicious. I know, like... It's so obvious, like... The candle's, like, there on the carpet. Why can't we select that? It's like, huh? It's more of a tower than a mountain, I'd say. It's a mountain. It's my hope that one day in our very homeland, I will be able to perform the tea ceremony at the foot of such a mountain. It's definitely a tower. Tasty tower. So I don't get why there's a circus handbill. This is an advertising handbill for the circus. Batty's Circus. It's in a nearby theme park. Isn't this the same one that we saw earlier? The one that was folded up in Mrs. Garridub's pocket. Perhaps they're very great circus lovers? Could it be that the Hungry Lion is somehow evolved? I don't think so. Oh dear, I do hope not. I mean, there's also the weirdest that they have a giant cannon inside here. But I'll try presenting this.
Take that!
I don't know what else it could be. Okay, good. That was correct. Okay, it wasn't a lion. I'm glad, because that would have been bizarre. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and of course the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Now you point it out! Indeed, they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away. Oh yeah, clearly the lion. A lipstick-wearing lion. Scorch marks? It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Mr. Garridub's mighty arm muscles left Mrs. Garridub's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of restraint caused the candle to fall from the holder. Yeah, that's a lot of destruction. And in seconds, the carpet was alight and the whole corner of the room in flames. I don't know how this has any relevance on, like, the actual case we're trying to solve, though. This whole scenario, which is... yes, For the most ferocious beast in the world is neither violent lion nor vigil woman, but fire. Yeah, gee, good wind-up. She should, play baseball. And in this room, that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there's but one conclusion here. After the sparks of miracle discord flew, the room was the scene of a fire. How'd you put the fire out? You just poured tea on it. Mr. Sholmes, sir. Huh? Are you dying? Did he just die? Oh, okay. You caught him at least. Good. That was weird. Yeah, at least his confidence is going up for Ryunosuke. That makes me very proud of him. It's these dash long winter nights, you know, nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material, which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. Don't know about demolished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an apt description. Mrs. Garridub does not pull any punches. And the carpet was not destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? For I hate to say it was, happened in the blink of an eye. You know, it bothers me how he stirs his tea with his pipe. That doesn't look clean. Oh, place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bully thing. I was caught bewildered. I was caught between the old Styx rage and the raging flames. Yeah, that is not a healthy relationship at all. No. You paint a torrid picture, sir, where there would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The more we furniture started going up as well. They had to hide the mess, but we that screen for the time being. So that's why that was there. Over here, Mr. Garrett. You have nothing more to hide now, if you'll allow me. Anything else suspicious back there? Okay. Had all of my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. Gosh. And the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. I think she didn't fire that cannon at you, because, you'd have like a giant hole in the wall. How about that? Was I back against a window under heavy enemy fire? Incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. Theme about lions here. The Lion's Pride. I know, that is a disgusting way to stir tea. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Ah yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of this ferocious beast rampage. Mr. Schultz's deductions turned out to be correct once again. No, they were not correct. There was no lion. It can only be described as a great British... What? I can only skip that. Wonder. Okay. I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full throttle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Yeah, was this like when the crime happened, or... I'm not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. I know, we better get to see a roll. Apparently there's a circus in a park nearby. Can we just go there and see a lion? So at exactly the same time, as a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I assure you. All of Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment. And I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, thanks, yeah. It's funny, I actually, bought this at the airport whenever I was leaving Toronto. Just, an impulse buy. Pace Cat, I think he's just taking the night off to relax. He's been not watching the Ace Attorney streams because he didn't want to spoil this game for himself because he hasn't played it yet, and plans to play it eventually. So, yep, just me tonight. And then my other mod, Dawn, is busy tonight as well. So, you know, just been kind of laid back. So, glad to have you here. Keep me company. But yeah. Pizza Heart, yay! Best emote. Ooh, and like those pieces of pizza look like cheesy. There's like cheese dripping from them. Delicious. Okay, so the reason they're here is so a woman was stabbed. She's not dead yet. But the person they arrested under suspicion lives in this house. Garadeb, this gentleman, is the landlord. So the suspect lives on another floor of this house. So we originally came here to investigate where he lives, just for clues. And Sholmes is here too, because he's helping with the case. Because of course he is. Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Naruhodo, what can I do for you? Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garrett's situation now. But what does it have to do with Mr. Natsume's? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking! What's the whole point of this segment? There's like nothing to do with the actual case. We just found out that they're having a not so good marriage, apparently. That's like the most I got out of that. I can't help you there, I'm afraid. That's another good emote that you have there, Super Saturn. What? My dear fellows, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something. I cannot be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not. I just knew you were going to say that. Ha ha. Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of at least two categories. That relevant to this case, and those not. I mean, sure. And that makes no sense to me. Yeah, his logic is just an absence of logic, if I can be frank. Nothing he says is very logical. Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now, but he just keeps popping up places and appearing out of nowhere, so we gotta deal with him, I guess. Sorry? Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over. Okay. So I guess we should talk to our client. Oh no, is that time already? If we're to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think. Oh, that's right. We were investigating stuff just to see whether or not we decided that we wanted to take on the case in the first place. Okay. That's right. Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garrett. Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. What are the chances that he's gonna, she's gonna put something gross in his food after what happened? Thank you both very much for your time. So Seki-san will be waiting for us. And I'm going to have to give him an answer. Yes, we will. Okay. Back to prison. Wait, this isn't prison. This is a street. Okay. It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. We must hurry back to the prison. Yes, I know. Tell a cat. Oh. What's the matter? It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Garredub's house. Who are you, sir? I just need a moment to absorb this. Huh? Okay. Absorption complete. I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Oh, you called old man, you rum-looking ninny pin. You're odd-looking yourself. If some kind of fancy count, I suppose. Very fancy. Now that is quite the noble chin on that fellow on the right. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Who's this Horatio fella, eh? What are you on about? Very Habsburg chin. Yes. Excuse me. Aye, what the? Who are you now? I'm sorry, it just looked as though there might be some problem here. And my associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, is a lawyer, you see? Aye, a lawyer? What? If I can be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law. Fine, I'll be on my way for today, but you mark my words. This night's over. Yeah, phew. That was a cool pose. Get thee to another free. Oh gosh, that sounds like Shakespearean insult, like level of thing to say. I don't even know what that would mean. Do I look like a blue wind on to you? Okay, I do hope you're not injured. Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so gentle, thank you. What was that all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than I dreamt in your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here? In the Garrett residence? Oh, fair Eastern maiden, thou art so right. Yes, I do well in this humble abode. Mr. Garrett had mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man. Do you happen to know the other lodger lives on the first floor? Ah, yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy a polemist in my battle of words ne'er could there be. Are you just like a Shakespeare or something? Sorry, battle did you say? Who is the stronger? Okay, yeah, speaking of Shakespeare. Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. I see. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and the gentleman are acquaintances at least. So, fair maiden, so good gentleman. I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well. So dramatic. Are you an actor? I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. It seems he's unaware of what happened to Mr. Natsume, so he can't really help us. With Soseki-san and that man as lodgers, the Garrett house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return. Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Actually, you still remind me of Edgar Allan Poe for some reason. It's you! You're here! You came! Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. I can't believe you came back! I'm so touched! We are so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh, no. Think nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never failing Nipponese. Ah, yes, him and his apt use of alliteration. Oh, now let's not get carried away. Oh, I quite agree. There is nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand... Hi, appearing out of nowhere as usual. It is to the friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, it looks like this man is having a panic attack in that cell. It's, yes. It's you! Also, Sholmes, this is kind of your fault, because you're the one who, like, ordered for him to be arrested. So... how can you even help us when you're the whole reason he's in here? Kind of. The miserable, rotten spy! Alok Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything per se, save observing, of course. Why? Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room. What even a word? Gloomful? I know gloomy, but I've never heard gloomful. And having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior. Are you implying a prison cell's superior? No. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny. You! How dare you, Erlock Sholmes! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed at tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life has been damned! Oh, so dramatic. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? Yeah, that he was like hearing voices or something. That his lodgings were cursed, I mean. And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Based on what, exactly? Curse is a wholly appropriate description, I would say. For the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial. Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Tell us about it. Mr. Knotsman, what did you mean by what you just said now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed? Oh no, why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. That's really agitated him. You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow? Are you referring to the prosecutor, the Reaper of Bail? Oh, I mean, yeah, considering the fact that the last person that we had a trial with that prosecutor ended up dead afterwards, even after they were proven not guilty, so I guess that'd be kind of scary where it's like something's gonna happen to you even if you're fine. The Reaper! Oh no, what do you mean? Yeah, he'll probably just, set you on fire or something. Please, tell me, summarize this succinctly in 6 salient words. 16 salient words. Or do you have to count out the words here? No defendant has ever survived the trial which the Reaper stands for the prosecution. Ever. Yeah, at first I thought that meant that, he's won every one of his cases, so, that's why they didn't survive. But now it seems like even if the prosecutor loses, they're still not gonna live. Ew. Oh my goodness, can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly! Is that all you care about? Yesterday, Mr. Naruhodo successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Mr. McGilded. What? I am impressed, Mr. Sato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Sholmes, surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Von Zeeks killed the man himself? Oh no, he couldn't have, surely. Ha ha ha! You have some wonderful notions. Sorry? The man isn't a mass murderer, he's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Oh, yes. Why, of course he is. Ah, of course he is, then why are you trying to scam me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What on earth do you mean by that? Most intriguing. Von Zieks is quite an exceptional man, however, in London courts of law. Exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. Okay, so we're like his first defeat? Because that's significant. Ah, that's good. Saseki doesn't look like he's going to try. Why would that be good? Because that means you would lose. As you're not aware, in a British criminal trial, there is both the judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. Not so sure about the common sense part, but okay. It is an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupt lawyers for that matter can use it to their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling imposters as witnesses, and so on. By such underhanded means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury. Which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. Which means the wrong verdict can be passed. And sadly, if it is from time to time, my dear madam, it is simply the reality of the situation. And that's alright. However, those indicted by Lord Von Zieks cannot escape justice, their fate is sealed. Oh my. That the education may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom. Within months, they all disappear. It is most striking. Yeah, that's very suspicious. Why haven't they looked into that? To disappear? But how? Ah, by all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are toppled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever. Or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh, no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I am afraid, Mr. Naruhodo. I knew a time. A dead dodo done for doomed! Just looks like your teeth are about to pop out your mouth when you do that. When you said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Garrett's house, I assume. Do you mean to say you believe the place is cursed? It's been a year now since I came to Great Britain, but I'd only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me, all the time from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room, but even that didn't help. The fear wouldn't go away. You must have been very lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time. I've had to move a number of times, most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago now. Yes, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap, I have so little money, it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable. Good to know. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed." Oops. Yeah, that's gonna be reassuring to any potential renters. He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it, but if not, don't mention it in the first place!" Yes. Well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room really is cursed then? Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I awake feeling as though I'm being choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as they walk down the street. I'm branded a killer. Thrown in prison, nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really no one at all? To believe, yes, to believe. Mr. Sholmes. Ah, me, Miss Naruhodo, pray what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Buria, if you recall. The Buria? The Buria. Ah, that case. The one with the snake? Well, yes. All that time, I was a suspect. She believed me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. I did I? Interesting. What I want to know is, why? Why did you believe me? I see, yes, you mean... because you were a grimly dressed, shady Eastern fellow found with the victim in a locked room. Ah, well, if you like, yes? I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it. Well, if that's good enough for you, then okay. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in. What? What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I am concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. Ah! In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betrayal of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion. Meaning... whether or not one should trust another is in the final analysis down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, he's right. He's right, locum student Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. Whether or not I can believe myself. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. I miss you, Kazuma. You were so right, Kazuma. Well, my dear fellows, it is time we were leaving, I believe. Already? Visiting hours are over. The guard will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? Let's go out for some trout. That sounds delightful. I wish for a fish dish. Oh dear, there's never enough time, is there? Also, that's like kind of a spacious hole in that cell. Like, if someone was small enough and their, like, shoulders weren't too wide, you could probably fit through there. Mr. Natsume, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you. Local student, Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. As I said, I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial. What to believe in, the defendant, justice, the truth. How to believe, even. But I think I finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court. Locum suited, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I will fight for your innocence to the bitter end, with every weapon available to me. So I hope you permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruhodo, that your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Miss Usato. Yes. Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. Alright. The shocking events of yesterday's trials weigh heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed with me. And Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. So it's time. Time that I learned to believe in myself. Soseki-san is no one, he's all alone, so it's my job to help him. To fight his corner. Tomorrow. In the courtroom. With all the strength I can muster. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Sholmes is gonna just die out of nowhere. Or perish unexpectedly, as you said. I like the way you put that. Okay, I think I'll end stream there. Yeah, actually to be continued. So when this will be continued, we'll actually be able to finally start the trial for this. There's a bit of a lengthy investigation portion, but yeah, we'll get to the good stuff, the meat and potatoes of it, as it were. Hoping to continue this next Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone who watched and hung out. Good to see you, Super Saturn. Hope you have a good night as well. And farewell, everyone. Until next time.